This is Queen Haru, and I'm coming to you today with another exciting edition of Ask An Aquarius. So if you haven't already, please smack that red subscribe button and hit the bell. So today, I want to talk to my healers. Now, healers come in all kinds. We have priestesses, we have witches, we have shaman, we have life coaches, we have nurses, doctors, herbalists, massage people, art therapy people, just regular therapists. We have healers of the emotional and physical kind, all kinds. I haven't even said half of the titles that I've heard. Life coaches. I mean, I've heard so many titles over the years. And it all boils down to people who help other people heal. Some people are even not formal healers, but they're the ones that everybody comes to in their family or amongst their friends when something is wrong with them or when something is going on. You know, the person everybody comes to for advice. Now, one of the things I want to say to my healers is every so often I fly somewhere, probably like every 90 days or so, maybe more, maybe less. Probably not less, probably more. And one of the first things, any of you know this from being on an airplane, one of the first things they tell you before takeoff is if something goes wrong, to put on your mask, your oxygen mask, before you help other people put on theirs. Why is that? Because if you help your daughter, your husband, your grandmom put on their mask first, you might pass out. And then who's going to help them while you're passed out on the floor? You have to take care of yourself first. And this is true in life in general, especially if you're an empath or a healer. Because we have the tendency to take care of other people more so or before we take care of ourselves. Lately, I've had a lot of people come to me for readings, and I have 2 or 3 students that I'm teaching the ways of Ma'at. You know, I'm teaching them how to, one of them is initiating to be a priestess. The other one just wants to learn magic and how to properly do it so she doesn't harm herself. You know, I have different people coming to me asking me about these things. And one of the things I've noticed about all of them is they have the tendency to look out for other people before themselves. Very common healer characteristic. So what I want to tell you is that if you are becoming a healer, if you are in a process of learning, please learn first to take care of yourself. You must heal thyself before you can help anybody else heal. That was another point. Because the bottom line is that, and I'm going to get into this more in the second half, but we don't heal anybody. We give them the tools and help them heal themselves. So before you go through that process, you must do this with and for yourself. One of the things I see every day are unhealed healers. And I'm like, come again? When I wanted to get into this work, it wasn't to work. It wasn't to help other people. It wasn't to get money. It wasn't for none of that. It was to help myself because I was at the bottom of the barrel emotionally. And I wanted to be a better person. I wanted to heal. I wanted to stop being in pain. Okay? That's how I came to this space in the first place. So one of the most important parts of being a healer is healing yourself. You're not going to be anywhere near as effective as you could be if you don't do that first. I see a lot of life coaches, a lot of healers, a lot of people who find themselves unsuccessful and they give up and go do something else. And I always notice that it's always the ones who didn't heal themselves first. That is the most important part. You have to do these healing modules. You have to use the crystals. You have to do the meditations. You have to do the work to heal yourself. Then you can go and say, hey, this is what I did. Maybe it'll help you. But if you haven't healed yourself, quite frankly, I wouldn't trust you. If I was an unhealed person, if I was still unhealed and I wanted to come to a person to help me, if I needed a professional to help me, and I knew you were unhealed, I saw you, unhinged on Facebook, or, like if I saw you like really needing some form, whatever it was, some form of healing of thyself. Because mind you, nobody's perfect. But certain things, like I'll give you a perfect example. I know someone who's supposed to be a healer, but this person is very angry. This person is depressed. This person is routinely suicidal. And I'm like, how are you a healer when you're routinely trying to kill yourself? It doesn't make sense to me. And the reason why is that she has abilities. She does. She has intuitive abilities, but she never took the time to use them to heal herself. She found out she had abilities. She found out how to monetize them, and she ran with it. She never realized that that's not what it's about. A lot of times you do make a little bit of money. Some people make a lot of money when they're able to use their intuitive gifts. But the people who are the most successful and the people who are happiest are the people who heal themselves first. This journey is about you. This journey is about healing thyself. There was a time when a woman wanted to work with me. I wanted to learn Reiki. I wanted to learn how to do Reiki because I know how to do different things, and I thought Reiki would be cool to add to my resume of spiritual things I know how to do. So I wanted to learn Reiki from her. So I'm interviewing several different people to see which one would be the best teacher for me. And this one woman just acted really out there. Like I called to her to have her come over, to have her, come for a consultation. And I had somebody here who was visiting, and I wanted her to meet her. She wanted to consult her too, because she wanted to pay her too, to possibly teach her Reiki. And the woman hit me up and was like, well, it's the weekend and I really don't want to come. And I'm trying to be honest with myself and you, so I just want to tell you I don't want to come. And I was good with the fact that she was honest. I love the honesty part. But how are you supposed to be working, but you don't want to come see your clients? I didn't get it. So she wanted me to reschedule with her for a time that wasn't convenient for me. So I was like, this union isn't going to work. So I went about my business. So after that, she was really pushy. She was coming on my Facebook and like, well, when are you going to see me? And when are we going to reschedule? And I mean, she was really, really like unhinged. And I was just like, we're not. I didn't say it to her because, I'm Aquarius. I'm not going to say it to her. I just was like, like Twilight Zone, like, we're not. So I just ignored her. I basically ignored her till she stopped asking the question. But the bottom line was like, how are you out doing Reiki, teaching people to heal themselves and to do this kind of work, and you're not together? You're not together. We all have bad days. We all have, other times when we snap. The other day I was so cranky. I was so cranky the other day because I was sleepy. We all have those moments. But in your healing practice, you should come off as together as you possibly can. Even with you guys, I don't come do a video when I'm cranky. I don't come do a video when I don't feel good, When I don't feel good, I take care of myself. Then I come talk to you guys. You guys don't want to talk to me when I'm cranky, So, like I said before, this is just an illustration of please take care of yourself first, okay? Second part of this. The second part of this is when I talked about how you can't heal anybody. Anybody who is a seasoned healer, any of you nurses or any of you who've been doing, healing work for a long time, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. The first time you lose a person that you were trying to help, you realize that you cannot make someone heal. You cannot heal them. You're not Jesus and putting your hand on them and saying, walk. It's not like that. What happens is that, and in some cases, some people do have that healing touch, by the way. But like I said before, healing touch and helping them heal internally, emotionally, spiritually is what I'm talking about, are two different things. So in the case of, let's say somebody's suicidal, let's say somebody's depressed or anxious, I had this happen to me. And this is when I learned this lesson. Over a decade ago, when I was trying to help my friend come through depression, come through the things that she was going through. And she didn't make it. She gave up on life. You know, she got sick and she just didn't go to the hospital and she died. Some of you will remember I did the 7-day John challenge. That's what I'm talking about, my friend John. So when I lost John, I was like, did I give her everything she needed? And I was like, did I give her all the books? I had bought books and gave them to her, you know? And I was like, did I give her everything she needed? Did I say everything she needed? Did I tell her the right crystals? Did I tell her the right mantras? Did I tell her the right meditations? I was beating myself up after she died. And the truth of the matter was that I did. I gave her everything that I used to heal myself. So I'm like, this should have worked, you know? But two things. Everything ain't for everybody. And even though I gave her multiple things, and some of them probably would have and could have worked for her, she had to heal herself by using them. All I could do is give them to her. If I give you $1 million right now and you put it under your mattress and never spend it, you have the money, but you're not using it to your best good. So one of the things I want you to know, those of you who are young healers, brand new healers, just learning how to help people heal, I want you to understand that everybody's not going to. Some people are not going to utilize what you give them. Some people are going to say they are, but are not. Some people are more comfortable in their pain than they are to try to find a way out of it because they don't know what's going to happen on the other side. Some people are going to straight up lie to you. Some people are not going to want to do the work is the bottom line. It's going to be too hard in their mind. Some people will feel like being where and how they are is predictable. Who am I going to be when I heal? What am I going to look like? Some people say that to me and they're like, I don't know about all this healing stuff. You know? So as you're helping people know that everybody's not going to heal. And some of them simply because they just chose not to do the work. Most of them because they just chose not to do the work. And that's not a reflection on you as a healer. As long as you did your work, as long as you did your job, whatever you intuitively were told to do, you did your part. You cannot, what did the old folks say? You can lead the horse to water, but you can't make him drink. It's the same thing. You can lead as many people as you want to the healing waters, but they're not all going to drink. One of my best friends, it was a Libra. And one of the things that happened, you know, she's very talented, a talented medium. I mean, she can pick up on spirits like crazy and actually talk to them in real time. Like she can meditate and go and like speak to them and tell you stuff that she has no way of knowing. You know, like Uncle Tommy said he left his Bible under the porch, you know, that kind of stuff, you know. She is talented. But after being friends for a certain amount of time, she started being really sneaky and lying, and I knew something was up, but I really didn't focus on it because I didn't want to. And comes out, she's on drugs. She has a man living with her that's beating her. You know, like she's hiding all this stuff. And she had the tools. I mean, she had every tool, every crystal, every yoni egg, every book. You know, she had it all. And she chose to get high and be with an abusive man instead. So it's a choice, you know? It's not like you can make them do it. So I just want you guys to know that. And don't feel bad if something happens or doesn't go right or if the person doesn't heal because you did your part. All right, so it's time for me to get going. I just want to tell you guys that. If you know anybody that needs to hear one of my videos, please pass them on and like this video. Like them all. All the ones you like, please like them and pass them on. See you later. Bye-bye.